It's already been a very busy morning for me, and I haven't even started filming for you guys yet until just now. I went to Aldi this morning. It is the release of their advent calendars, and it's like Black Friday in a grocery store. It is so funny. I posted a TikTok and a reel over on Instagram, so you could see either one there, but it is a lot of fun. Yeah, that's how my morning started. It was great. And then also I gave in to one of the hypes going around right now on TikTok. I wanted to try the cookie butter latte thing that's got the cookie butter cold foam, and it's okay. It's fun. It's a holiday drink. I would not be giving it the 10,000 out of 10 like some people are giving it, but it's not bad. It's worth a try, I'll say that. But as far as today's video agenda, I'm gonna show you the few areas around the house where I did add some more Christmas decor that I just didn't film because part 2 I think was more than enough, and I didn't remember to even grab the camera when I was doing these things, so that's why they're not filmed. But I'm gonna show you them today. I'll show you the advent calendars I picked up. I didn't pick up too many. I mean, there were carts full. I only grabbed the ones that we absolutely use as a traditional thing. I'll explain that in a few minutes. But I have some cabinets I need to clean out that are just overflowing and driving me nuts. I've got some general cleaning and maintenance around the house to do. And then tonight's dinner, I found it on TikTok magically, but it looks delicious. And it looks like something that I've done pretty similar before. So I have very high hopes for this one. And my lazy bum still did not get any candles to go up there yet, so I'll eventually get around to that. Hopefully before Christmas. I also don't remember if this was the foliage in video 2 or if that was still sitting here or not, because I did switch this out and put a tree and put that over there. I really can't remember now at this point, but either way, that was another change I made. I picked up the advent calendar to show you guys, and Mako's eyes just lit up. I swear they remember these. I get 2, one for Hunter, one for Mako. I found tons of dog treat advent calendars, and this is seriously the best one because it's got a good variety of different things in there. It's not just like, here's the same treat for 24 days. This one is just a little more fun, and watching the dogs actually remember that this is theirs and every morning coming to me for their treat, it's adorable. This is their coffee one they've got out this year. It is 24 different K-cups in here. Tristan and I share it almost every year. There's been a couple years that we've skipped just because the back will show you what flavors are in there, and if we're like questionable on too many, we don't do it. All of these, except for maybe 2, sound really good this time. The little cheap chocolate, these are $1.29 each. It does 24, I think this only does 24, not the 25. But either way, my kids go crazy. Declan asked about this all of 2 days ago, asked if we were gonna get the weird little chocolate calendar that he loves. So I have one, there it is, one for each kid. And I do use a paint pen, and I will write their name on it so I remember whose is whose, because they only have 3 colors. I've got 5 kids, I need to mark them properly. Beauty advent calendars, skincare, anything like that, if I buy one now, I'm opening the entire thing, 12 days, 24 days, I don't care. When it comes to these, we will do the chocolate and the kid one every day of December and stick with it like a traditional advent calendar. But if it's one of them other ones in the store, like I've already opened my Target 12 Days of Beauty, I opened that a week ago. Gotta fold my big comforter because I put the Christmas comforter on my bed, and the reason I put that on there yesterday was because one of the cats decided to throw up in like 4 spots on this blanket on my bed yesterday morning. Don't know why. But that pushed the decorating of the Christmas part of my room ahead a little faster because I was like, why not? Oh, goodness. Oh, this reminds me. Something else I forgot that's happening today. The washer guy is coming again to work on it because it's deciding which load it wants to run and which one it doesn't want still. So he's coming today too. I'm like 95% sure it was this little lady because she gets good hairballs every now and then, and yeah, plus she sleeps on my bed more than any other cats. Weasley will cuddle with me, but if I'm not in that bed, he's not usually there. Oh, but this is my Christmas bedding. We got it from Walmart years ago. So comfortable. That pile back there on all the books I'm currently working on, that's all my Halloween shirts I still have to put away. I didn't do much with the dresser. I never do because it is a catch-all. As you can see with the controllers, those my son is using as his weights because he wants to work out with Connor, and it's so cute, but I need to go to Five Below and get him like some 1 or 2 pound weights so he can stop using cans. But I just put up some trees, a little candle, and a sign, but I'm not I'm not too worried about all that. If you've been around, you know that I have a flocked Christmas tree for my bedroom. I'm debating, and I keep going back and forth, if I actually want to put it up or not. It's sitting out in the garage waiting for me. I have yet to jump the gun on that because every year I put the thing up and it's pretty, but at the same time, it puts such a mess everywhere. And then the cats, they like to play with the trees and they knock even more of the flocking everywhere. So I have yet to do that. I don't know if I'm going to. I do very much love sitting in there at night and watching a Christmas movie with Connor and having our tree lit. And I try to talk him into letting me get one of the ones like in my dining room because it's a pencil tree. It's pretty small, I would call it small, for bedroom size. And he told me I can't have a new tree yet, so it's the flock tree or no tree. Oh, the other thing, in my room, the stack of books, they brought up something I wanted to ask you guys about. Have you seen on TikTok or Instagram the author of the book, How My Neighbor Stole Christmas? It's like almost like a Hallmark movie in a book. It's a people version of the Grinch. And it's actually smutty. Doesn't look smutty from the cover or from the description, but it's smutty. And the author was talking about some scene with a candy cane that's very questionable. So if any of you have read that, currently reading it, I really want to know before I go spend the money on it. But I mean, come on, fill me in on this because I'm really curious. Oh, I keep talking because I don't want to do it. This is one of my very many Monica closets in my house because my kids are the ones that put away the dishes and they throw them in here. So my Tupperware cabinet once again has to be tackled. So I'm gonna shut up and just do it. These are all lunchbox items. That is the cat jumping after a lizard. These do not belong to me. They belong to my parents. And then in here, this is the easiest way to get this done. That's all the little tiny lids and stuff. That is just the random containers. In here is the least used, but we jump to them if needed. Mixing bowls, always used for Connor and Tristan's lunch, and obviously strainers. Voodoo is very persistent to get the lizard, so I apologize for all that crazy noise if you hear it, but will it stay like this for more than maybe 2 weeks? I don't know. Do I need to put this on my monthly reset calendar? Yes. Do I ever remember? No. This is what you hear. Is Voodoo. I know. Chasing him. I'm making progress on the bins. These two are almost empty. This one has a bunch of stuff I'm not going to use. I need to go through. Both of those have already been closed up. They're ready to go back outside. And I found my little fall drying mat. That needs to go in my fall bin. So I'm almost done with having all of this in my walkway. That's good. But I am having the worst luck with command hooks. This one right here, this wreath was hung with this one. I've tried 3 different stickers on the back on this mirror, because you can see right there where it's been pushed on. It ain't working. No matter what I try, it's not working. So I'm gonna have to get another way to hang that. What I'm thinking about doing is fishing a little bit of ribbon through there and then hanging it with the Christmas ribbon over the top like that. That's what I'm thinking about doing next. And after the last several nights of having this lit up, only the lamp and this tree light up, so I am going to string some lights through there. but I have no idea what happened to like 3 strings of my little fairy lights, so I have to buy some more. Into the kids' bathroom, I added some Christmas in here. I still have a Halloween hand soap because I can't find another one of the Christmas ones, but I put Santa and the towel. That thing talks but needs batteries. Put the reindeer up there because his antlers are falling off and I know Gwen will pull them off. And then I put their shower curtain. Oh, and their rugs, but there's also laundry on the floor. If you thought the first cabinet was bad, I have another one in my kitchen that I have severely been putting off because I simply cannot organize it well. There's nothing I could do. So when you guys see it, it's gonna look like crap. After it's done, it's probably still gonna look like trash to you guys coming through the screen, but as long as it's more functional, I'll be happy. But I have yet to find a good way to organize the cabinet I'm about to show you. Please just be kind and realize that I am human. Look. And it's actually usually worse than this. There's 2 cups missing from right there. Let me get down a little further so you can really see what's in there, shoved in there, and there is stuff all the way to the back on both top and bottom. Just sitting here looking at it, it is so overwhelming. I thought about putting another one of these drawers, organizing what's in there obviously, but putting another one of these drawers on top and trying to lay these cups and stuff inside of it. I don't even know if that would work. And then I thought about doing that to both sides, but I need somewhere to put my cutting boards, and like this is like my cookbook, and like a bunch of my cooking recipes and stuff are shoved behind there too because there's no pockets in here. So I don't know what to do here. I'm borrowing the kids' school cup, one of these, just to try this out real quick and see if it even works. That already feels a million times better, although that was ridiculously overwhelming. I think I want 2 more of these over here to do better with this, and then I'll just put the cutting boards somewhere else and put this book somewhere else, or maybe even end up laying the book on top. Like over here, I've got all my Frost Buddy products. In here is the little stuff I use fairly frequently. In here's all the stuff for like ice cream, popsicles, the Ninja Creamy. All the ice cream, cold dessert stuff is in there. All of the tumblers and cups, I don't know where to put them, like my husband's shaker cups. I don't know where the lid is to this one. It's in here somewhere, but yet I didn't find it when I was moving everything out. So I'm hoping that didn't get thrown away, but this is just so much better. But I think, yes, I want 2 more there. I ended up stealing the kids' cup drawer. It was underneath this basket right there and had all this in it. So I will have to go to Target within the next couple days to replace that. But for now, I'll just make sure that this doesn't get too messy while I do that. Getting this thing filled up and this set up. Connor's been drinking a lot of green tea, like pitchers of cold green tea since his surgery. He read somewhere about all the different benefits of green tea for pain and recovery and all kinds of stuff. So I have to make him another pitcher of sweet tea. Green tea, not sweet tea. This has different kinds of tea on it, and I will say before his surgery, I had never used the one for green tea, but I do now almost daily. Also, if any of you are avid tea drinkers all the time, is there a difference in like store brand, name brand, different brands that like one is better than the other as far as green tea? We've tried, I think, 2 or 3 different brands. He did not notice a different flavor in any of them. So I'm just curious if it's one of those things where they're all identical or if one is better than the other, because I have 0 experience with green tea. Nope, don't spill. Okay. And I'll just let that steep, and then I'll fill it up with pitchers from the fridge. And once it's all the way at the gallon, just put it away. I have a little confession right here. My calendar that you guys know, I usually do dinners by the month. I try, if not at least by like 2 weeks window. This has not been updated since August. There was nothing on there for September because of getting all the newness of Connor with his surgery. And then with all of October, I was too busy to actually get anything on it. So as you can see, my daughter wrote October and I've already scratched it out and just put what we've already had on here for the beginning of November, and I need to fill this thing out. I'm not even sure what's going on this thing yet, so I'm not gonna have you guys sit here with me while I try and figure this out. I do know that there will be several gaps in there because Connor said he wants to start doing a little more recipes and picking them out. So I'm going to leave some spots blank for that. And specifically, so I got Beanie sleeping right here because I know people love to see him, but he's out cold. So he's napping. I'll show you guys Beanie in a little while. I'm gonna start working on this. It is a dry erase board. I hate dry erase when it comes to something like this because my kids open and close the door all the time. So I do use Expo wet erase markers. I love these. I kind of want to get one of the black, like real chalkboard calendars though. I'm obsessed with the TikTok and Instagram videos where people clean them and then they draw all over them with the chalk markers. Oh, they're so pretty. I kind of think I want one of those, but my drawing skills suck. So mine would probably end up looking like crap anyways. So I don't know. Mako has to check out the picture. Does it smell good? This is as good as this is gonna get, by the way. Connor's gonna come home in a couple hours and then he said he'll help me fill this the rest of the way in. So I'm just gonna leave that for now. And this, I'll show you. Weeks and weeks ago, we ran to Hobby Lobby. Get that noisy thing off there for a second. We ran to Hobby Lobby looking for Halloween stuff. And their Christmas section was already put up and it was half off. And we saw this beautiful Santa picture. And as you can tell, like parts of it are raised. I'm trying to move the camera so you can see it. But just look at how beautiful this is. I'm gonna show you where we wanna put it. That iron sign right there has been on this wall since our housewarming party. And we moved in this house December of 2019, like 2 weeks before Christmas. And then our housewarming party was at the end of January. So that's been up there since January of 2020. This is why I love Hobby Lobby though. This is usually $49.99 and they've always got half off sales in there. So this big piece of art was $25. And yeah, I'll pay $25 for it. I'm not paying $50 for any canvas that's going on my wall. I didn't even pay that for my printed photos of me and Connor. So no, for $25, absolutely. This is heavy. Woo! Oh. The sheer amount of dust that just flew at me. Gross. I'm finding all the artwork in the garage, so here's another one to replace that. Gotta go hide this in the garage, and the washer guy is about to be here, so once he's done with that, we'll see if the machine works. Washer guy just left and did nothing because the problem didn't show up for him. You know how it's kind of like one of the things when your kids misbehave for you but they're great for grandma? It's kind of like that. My washer did not perform well. He said he's gonna submit it to the warranty, see what they wanna do, but more than likely they're gonna let the problem get worse before they do anything about it. So that's great, that's fun. But I kept myself busy while he was here. I hung another picture on the wall, as well as finally sorted through all the bins, and they are ready to go into the garage. So that hallway can be cleaned up tonight when we do the floors. We can finally clean that area. I'm gonna go ahead and jump into dinner because I'm going to marinate the chicken for about 2 hours. And the recipe I saw used Kinder products. I've used this one before to make pasta because I can't use this one. The Buffalo Wild Wings Parmesan garlic thing it's spicy and I'm heat adverse when it comes to too high of a level. I can't use that. This has no heat. So I prefer this one and for the pasta, but this is different because I saw someone on TikTok, they coated it in this, well, actually that one, I think. And then they coated the chicken in this, put mozzarella, and then baked it. That's kind of what we're gonna do, except I want a little more intense of a flavor. That's why I'm gonna go ahead and marinate the chicken in this for a couple hours, then continue. But long story short, I'm about to marinate some chicken. However, if you are interested in the dish that I make tonight, but you do like heat, go here, not here. If you don't like spicy, do this one. Spicy, non-spicy. I'm using this whole giant thing of chicken breast I got from Aldi this morning. It is 5.5 pounds of chicken, but I'm gonna cut them in half and make them cutlets for my family. If you need less, do less chicken. You could do the whole breast and not do it in cutlets. Whatever makes you happy. If you don't do it in cutlets, you're just gonna have to cook it a little longer. Working on cutting them into cutlets. And by the way, this was a huge chicken breast. But another thing is always check your meat, because right here, that's a bone in the back of this. Somewhere I'm not familiar with there actually being a bone in my chicken breast, but there is one right there. My hand is gross, so I have it in the bag. Don't judge. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put 1 piece or 2 pieces in the bag, spray it with a little bit of this, and then keep going, so that way I make sure it's on all of them, and then when I close it up, I'll move it around even more. See in the bag how I already have 2 in there with some of the sauce? Now I'm gonna just stick another 2 in here, and then do it again, and I'm gonna do that all the way up. They're all in there, I got it sealed, and I'm gonna move around the bag to make sure that there's no pieces uncoated. I'll leave some of this in here, about probably this far, in case we wanna squirt a little bit of it on there, because it is a sauce and a dip, so this will be good for dinner. I have an empty fridge bin, so I'm gonna put it in that. If I didn't, I would put this on like a sheet pan and then put it in the oven, in the fridge, just in case this were to pop or have a leak, you don't get a mess. About an hour and a half later, I've got the chicken out of the fridge. This little packet is not even be close to enough for all of these. I don't know what I was thinking, but also this is almost $4 a bag. So I just used everything I have already to make my own little garlic parmesan, and I'm gonna mix these two together. And over here, I have racks. I've got foil to make it easy to clean up, and then I've sprayed this with cooking spray. So all I'm gonna do is take that out, dip it in here, pound it really good, and put it over there. Glad Connor's home. He reminded me I'm also supposed to have mozzarella cheese mixed in with the breadcrumb mixture. So I need to put some of that in here before I start coating the chicken. The giant chicken first. Really squish it in there.
That's huge.
Oh, it's massive. And this is cut in half.
That's crazy. Steroids.
This is the 8 chicken. They're done on both sides, and I have them on the rack so that way they'll crisp underneath. $3.75, about, the girl said 30 to 35 minutes. Now mine are bigger, so they might take a little bit longer. I'll let you know how long they take. That definitely was not enough, because this is all that's left of my mixture and that combined. But yeah, I did make a really bad mess. But I will go ahead and say this right here smells incredible. About 45 minutes later, the chicken is finally done. It smells so good in here. And all I did was make some butter noodles and some carrots to go with it, and a little extra of the sauce if we want to, but there's dinner. This chicken is phenomenal, but as you can tell, they are very filling because they are huge pieces. So even Connor only took 1, and Tristan's not home tonight, so that's why we have extra. I was planning on my husband at least eating 2, and he couldn't do it. And I plan on Tristan having 2 as well. But like, this is our leftovers. Connor's gonna take it for work for the week, but that is so good. And the extra wasn't even necessary because that already has enough flavor. And Connor's working on filling in his ideas, and Gwen drew pictures, of course, but they left it on the counter where wet cat paws walk from the water bowl. So now I'm gonna have to rewrite the whole thing because it's wet cat paws. Wheeze is walking all over all the chairs that Gwen has pulled out like an obstacle course. So I gotta put those away. And Brianna is requesting her nails to be painted, so we're also doing gel nails at the same time. So I have to do her nails first, then I'll go into cleaning the kitchen and all that, but I'm gonna put away the leftovers so they don't go bad before doing her nails. Fast forward way too long later that I wasn't planned. I did Brianna's nails, did my nails, and watched the kids. spend about 45 minutes transferring Halloween candy and trading it to each other. And yes, the dogs are hungry. I loaded the dishwasher, haven't done the hand washing yet, but you guys know what it looks like to wash dishes, so just, hey, pretend I did that. I'm gonna go ahead and end this one though, because there's Gwen. It's a school night and I've gotta get them ready for tomorrow. But thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, thumbs up, subscribe, all that, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.